You open the mail and find an appointment notice for an independent medical examination. Instantly, the anxiety sets in. Most injured workers assume this exam is a trap. You fear the insurance company hired a doctor specifically to declare you fully healed, strip away your wage replacement checks, and cancel your ongoing medical coverage. The reality is highly structured. An IME is a mandatory one-time evaluation. The doctor is there to answer specific legal questions for the insurance carrier, like whether your injury was actually caused by your job, what your physical work restrictions are, and if you have reached maximum medical improvement. Because workers' compensation laws varied wildly by state, the strategies we discuss here are for educational purposes, not specific legal or medical advice. An IME is an objective forensic process, not a random ambush. When you understand the specific structure of the evaluation, you can protect your claim and navigate the appointment safely. The biggest mistake is walking into an IME expecting standard medical care. It looks like a normal doctor's visit, but operates under entirely different rules. Your treating doctor is your advocate. Their goal is healing, protected by strict confidentiality. The IME evaluator operates in a forensic setting to gather data. They offer no treatment and nothing is confidential. You attend simply to fulfill a legal requirement. Shifting your mindset from a patient seeking care to an accurate, neutral reporter of your physical condition is a critical step in protecting your compensation claim. This flowchart tracks the three main evaluator types. The acronym dictates who chooses the doctor. In a standard IME, the insurance company selects and pays the physician. You have zero control. States like California use a QME panel. The state generates 3 certified doctors for you to choose from. The QME process comes with a strict deadline. You have exactly 10 days to pick a doctor from that panel. If you fail to make a selection in that window, the right to choose passes directly to the insurance company. Finally, the AME, or Agreed Medical Evaluator. This is only an option if you are represented by an attorney. In this scenario, your lawyer and the defense counsel mutually agree on a single, highly trusted expert. Hiring an attorney means sharing a percentage of your settlement, but the trade-off is that an AME report carries immense weight and is rarely overturned. Knowing these terms reveals where you stand, subject to the insurer's payroll, picking from a random list, or negotiating an impartial review. The trajectory of an IME is locked in weeks before you step foot in a clinic, decided entirely by the paperwork sent to the doctor. Looking at this timeline, you can see the 20-day medical record notice. The insurance company is legally required to send you copies of exactly what they plan to mail to the evaluating doctor 20 days in advance. You have a legal right to review this packet. If the insurer includes non-medical information, like irrelevant personnel files or disciplinary records, you have a narrow window to officially object and have them removed. Use this pre-exam time to build a personal timeline of your symptoms. Note when pain flares up, what exactly triggers it, and memorize prior injury dates. Managing this paperwork ensures the evaluator receives a clean, factual medical history, rather than a biased narrative constructed by the insurance adjuster. The evaluation begins the moment you pull into the parking lot. Administrative staff and facility observers are trained to watch you. They note how easily you get out of your car, your walking pace, and your posture while sitting in the waiting room. Inside the room, the physical exam is incredibly brief, often lasting just 15 to 30 minutes. The doctor isn't there to provide deep diagnostic care. They will run through a quick series of range of motion and strength tests. Do not engage in unnecessary small talk. A casual comment about doing yard work ends up in the final report as proof of physical capability. If you walk smoothly through the parking lot, but limp heavily once inside the exam room, the doctor will note the inconsistency. Discrepancies between your unobserved behavior and your exam performance often lead to findings that undermine your credibility. This chart maps your behavior during an exam. Any extreme is flagged as unreliable. Minimizing symptoms, the tough guy trap, makes doctors clear you for duty, terminating benefits. Exaggerating is the gamer trap. If doctors document fake pain, insurers can deny your claim. Being hostile is equally damaging. Arguing with the doctor or complaining about the insurance company or refusing simple physical requests biases the evaluator against you immediately. The sweet spot is becoming the neutral reporter. You cooperate fully, state your physical limits accurately, and remain emotionally detached from the dispute. Flawless consistency between your verbal history and your physical performance creates the strongest objective evidence for your file. If you had a prior injury to the same body part, disclose it. Lying about past medical history is fatal to your claim. Explaining exactly how your current work injury feels different is a strong, defensible legal strategy. Your involvement doesn't end when you leave the clinic. You have the right to request and review a full copy of the evaluator's written report. Read the report carefully. If you spot factual errors regarding your injury timeline or test results, your treating physician can use their own clinical records to challenge those inaccuracies. An IME report is highly influential, but it is rarely the final word. When doctors disagree, the dispute moves to a workers' compensation hearing, where a judge weighs all the medical evidence. Surviving the IME system requires preparation and consistency. Approaching the clinic with a clear timeline and accurate physical limits allows you to meet the forensic requirements of the evaluation without jeopardizing your benefits.